Okay, boys and girls, here we're going to start with the story of the week. This one for the rest of this week and probably into Monday and Tuesday of next week, we'll be looking at the story of emperor penguins. I want for you all to follow along with your copy that I put in your packet for you. Okay, first we're going to look at the cover of the book. Here we have two very chunky penguins. And I want you to notice that these are photos. These are pictures. Nobody drew these. These are actual photos that were taken with a camera. The author and the photographer, her name is Elsie Nelly. It's up here, but it came out very dark on my copies and on yours, so I just wrote it for you down here. Emperor penguins are birds. So when an animal is a bird, we know that they have feathers and they lay eggs like chickens. They cannot fly. Oh, so they have wings and they can't fly. That sounds to me like two other kinds of birds. That sounds to me like an ostrich and let me see, there's another one. I'm thinking of the ones that live in Australia. Another one called an emu. Y'all can look this up. I'm going to be sending you some links for YouTube so you can look at the different types of birds that do not fly. Let me write this down before I forget. Flightless birds. Okay, going back. They live where the land is all ice and snow. That means it's very cold, boys and girls. The days and nights are very cold and windy. So here it's telling us about the weather. Here they are. All of this back here, that's ice. All of the little penguins are there. It looks like they're splashing in the water. So look, those are a lot of penguins. They live in big families just like some people. I have a very big family. Do you? Let's see. An emperor penguin has a fat, round body. Like Miss Garza. So I'm going to underline. I got a marker. You can use a crayon or a pencil. This is where I'm going to start writing or underlining my facts. My facts. This is where on this paper we're going to be writing. We'll look at this later, but for right now we're going to be underlining. So the emperor penguin, this is a type of penguin it is because there's lots of different species of penguins. They have a fat round body and its head and feet are small. It has a little tail and two short legs. It stands up and takes small steps when it walks. As it moves along, it rocks from side to side. Sometimes it lies down, like here in the picture, and it slides across the ice. So I'm going to underline that too. So he moves by walking side to side. He walks and he moves from side to side. And then he can also slide across the ice. These little penguins remind me of the movie, The Penguins of Madagascar. Wow. So here we have a close-up picture of an emperor penguin. And as you can see, they have a very small, what, boys and girls? Head, yes. A very small head. Their head would be divided right there. And then look at their tiny little feet. They have little feet. They have tiny feet. And all of this down from their neck all the way down to their feet. That is that big round body that they were telling us about. Oh, wow. Let's move on. Emperor penguins live on the ice all year round. These are not like some of the birds that we see flying in the fall that are going to the warm areas of the world. These penguins live in the ice all year long. And they swim in the very cold sea too. So the sea is another word for ocean. So they live in salty water. I wonder what kind of water they drink if salty water is all there is around there. Look at all those birds. They're everywhere. Look, there's some little babies. It looks like the penguin from Happy Feet. That's a good movie. Maybe we should watch that movie this week. The penguins have a layer of fat under their skin. So this is telling us they have a lot of fat. They have a lot of mantequita under their skin. Maybe they have little lonjitas under their feathers. Maybe. This helps to keep them warm. So they have the fat to keep them warm. So if Miss Garza goes to a very cold place, she's going to be warm because I have some fat under there. Their feathers help keep out some of the cold too. So their feathers also help them keep warm. Okay, so looks like those penguins there are taking a nap. Let's move on to the next page. Emperor penguins stand together in a group when the wind is very cold. So they stand together in a group when the wind is very cold. Boys and girls, if you think I'm going too fast, you can pause it and you can catch up that way, okay? I'm doing it all in one recording. That way I can upload it to our group, okay? So don't worry, don't get frustrated. If you think I'm going fast, just pause it and do your work, and then you can continue when you press play again. Some penguins stand in the middle of the group. Other penguins have to stand on the outside. It is very cold on the outside, but the penguins are clever. That means that they're very smart, like you. They all move around slowly. They take turns to go into the middle of the group. Then they get warm again. So they have a lot of penguins in here. Okay. And then on the outside, they have some penguins standing to protect the ones on the middle from staying warm. I think on the inside, there's going to be babies because they need help staying warm. Then they get warm again. Okay, now the colors on my page has changed. Here's a group of the penguins that are in the middle. And you see, these are smaller. And then they have the big penguins around. And there's some space here, but I think that they're going to move here in the middle to take turns of keeping warm. I wonder how they know that if they can't talk to one another. Emperor penguins are very good swimmers. I wonder if they take swimming lessons or if they're just born good swimmers. What do you all think? I think so too. I think they were born that way. They find their food in the sea. Okay? They need to be careful when they are looking for food. Other animals like to catch penguins and eat them. I would be worried if I was a penguin looking for food and then somebody's trying to eat me. There they go, splashing. They're taking turns diving off of the ice. Okay, let's see. A mother penguin lays one egg in the winter. So she just lays one egg in the winter. The father penguin moves it quickly onto his feet. He keeps the egg warm under his feathers. So we know that chickens, the mama hen is the one who lays on the egg. But here, the daddy penguin is the one to keep the egg warm under his feathers. That sounds to me also like the daddy seahorses that they take care of the babies when they're growing in their stomach. Oh, but look, they take turns to work. Then the mother penguin goes out to sea to look for food. So while the dad penguin is taking care of the egg, the mother penguin goes out to sea to look for food. picture of the dad, and you can see he has like a little circle bump under there, and he's sitting on the egg to keep it warm. The father penguin takes care of the egg for about 9 weeks. So for 9 weeks, if there's 4 weeks, that equals 1 month. How many months is the egg under the dad? I know that 4 times 2 equals 8 weeks. And then I have 1 week left over because it's 9. So I have 2 months and 1 week. That's a long time, but it's not as long as your mom was pregnant with you until you were born. Let's see. The chick comes out of the egg when the days are warmer. So even though it's cold, it's always cold over there, he hatches when it's a little bit warmer. The father penguin looks after the chick until the mother penguin comes back. So the mommy and the daddy take turns taking care of the little baby chick. After that, the father penguin can go down to the sea to look for food. That's good that they share their jobs taking care of the baby. So here, I don't know if it's the mama or the dad penguin, but here's little baby penguin under the feathers. Baby penguins grow quickly. They have to take care of themselves in the cold wind and the snow. The end. I'm going to start with this activity. I want for you to color it real pretty. Color it however you want. Just remember that penguins, the emperor penguins that we studied today, are black and white. I colored his beak like a little bit of orange along with the feet. Okay. I want for you to write this on your paper. Facts are things that are true. Okay? These are things that scientists and people who study these type of penguins have already researched and found out to be true. This is not something that we made up or something that is false. That's not true, okay? I also want you to write this on the other side of the penguin. These are things that you would find on the internet. And when I'm talking about internet, I'm talking about websites like online encyclopedias, different websites like National Geographic or Discovery Channel for Kids, PBS Kids, websites that you know are true and give us good information, okay? From the book that we read, I want for you to pick 4 facts, 4 of the things that we underlined to be true. I'm going to give you some examples, okay? You know that if I write something down here, I want for you to write it also. I'm going right back over here to the beginning. Emperor penguins are birds. They cannot fly. So I'm going to write that down. For my first fact, I'm going to write emperor penguins are birds, but even though they're birds, what can they not do? Right, they cannot fly. Okay, so I want you to pause it here so you can copy it. If you've already done this work with your mom, that's great. Just make sure that you color, and if you can write these 2 extra little phrases that I wrote in the bubbles over here on the side. Okay. For the next fact, let's see, I'm going to write, kind of just going to go in order from what I see in the story. They live where the land is all ice and snow. Okay, so in fact 2, they live where the land is all go to the emperor penguin's house to go visit them because I kind of don't like it when it's very cold. I don't think I could be where it's cold all the time. Maybe just at the zoo. These are some more facts. I'm going to write this one in fact number 3. An emperor penguin has a fat round body and a small head and small feet. So you have a lot of room here. I want you to try your best to do your nicest handwriting so that we can read it. So I'm going to write, they have a fat, comma, round body with a small, oh, my writing is getting all crooked. I'm sorry. With a small head and small feet. Okay, again, if you wrote something different from Ms. Garza, that's okay. I know your mom is helping you, and or your older brothers and sisters are helping you, and that's awesome. Remember to tell them thank you for helping you. Okay. Which one else can we write for fact 4? I know they swim in the ocean. Oh, I like this one. I like this one to add to our graphic organizer. They have a layer of fat under their skin to help them keep warm. But also it mentions their feathers. Okay, so I'm going to write that. Sorry, I'm just trying to get it where I can write and hold the paper at the same time. Okay, so penguins have a thick layer of fat under their skin. The fat and their feathers help them keep warm. Keep warm. Okay, boys and girls. You all can pause it here so you can finish writing. Remember, take your time and make your work very neat. I showed you how you can color it. Remember, I want this written here. And you can also color around the edges if you want to as well. If your work didn't fit in here, in the little circles for the facts, you have a lot of room on the back where you can continue working, okay? So don't worry about that, okay? Don't forget to write your name on there, so when your work is turned into me with a picture, I know who it belongs to and who I can give that grade to. I'm going to work on this for tomorrow, okay? This is where we're going to make our own penguins. These penguins, I put copies of 2 of them, one for you and one for your mom or whoever's helping you. Or if you mix up, it's okay. There's an extra copy for you there. Here we have copies of their little feet, and it tells you what they are. The flippers are their feet. Hold on, I'm sorry. This is their beak, and these are their feet. So their little bodies are going to be on there. Okay? There's extra ones for you and who's helping you, or if you mix up, it's okay. Here is their face and their tummy. Okay? I know it's a little bit confusing for you right now. For today, I want you to color this so tomorrow we can put it together. Okay? So I'm going to start coloring mine. And then tomorrow, when we do reading, you'll start working on cutting and gluing it with me together. Okay? Bye.